All right, this is part two, guys. The minor actors for my movies get their shittier salary, obviously. A nice salary for a minor role, but compared to the major ones, they're getting a shittier salary, obviously. And I'll give them $50,000 for the releases. That's a good deal for a minor character. Okay, every time I re-release my movies, you get $50,000 in your bank. That's a good paycheck for a minor role. It's a nice paycheck, obviously. You can do some good things. I know after taxes, you get your nice, I don't know, $23,000, and the race and your agent, you get your nice $20,000. It's a nice paycheck, man. Do a lot of good things for $20,000. A lot of money. It's a good paycheck for a minor role. Their minor roles are not worth any more than $50,000, whereas the major ones get their $50,000, the rich $50,000 royalty check for the releases. See what I'm saying? So Cage Apple get his $3.3 million for their unique, and then Zendaya, if she's chosen, which she most likely is, I can picture her as VJ's best friend. I'll pay her for $9 million. I'll give her 0.02% for the role. And because I paid Zendaya $9 million, I gave her 0.02% of the profits, which is a good, I don't know, $7 million for Zendaya, $6 million, $5 million for Zendaya. I don't know, $5 million for Zendaya. She made an extra $5 million. I don't know, she made her nice 14, 15, 16, $17 million. She'll work harder for me, and she'll destroy the role of VJ's best friend, Megan, obviously. You're going to see Zendaya crazy. She's a crazy, jealousy woman, obviously. You know what I'm saying? She's playing as VJ's best friend, yeah. I think Zendaya is perfect for what? For VJ's best friend. I don't want to choose her because I want to give other women. There's a lot of good women in Hollywood who are good for the role, man. That's why I don't want to choose Zendaya because I want to give other women in Hollywood opportunity to be cast. You know what I'm saying? Victoria Justice has a sister. I'll have Victoria Justice have a sister. I can have Nina Dobrev be her sister in the movie. But Nina Dobrev will be too old by then. You see what I'm saying? Nina Dobrev is like 30, what, 33 now? So in 14 years, she'll be like 45. Yeah. I don't know, man. Yeah. But Nina Dobrev might be chosen for the Great Escape movie. I can have her be John Krasinski's wife if you want. I'll pay her nice $3 million for the role, but she doesn't get a piece of the role. She doesn't get squat. She's the biggest actor. She doesn't get squat. I'll pay her $3 million, and she gets her $50,000 royalty check, and her $2,000 gift card, her $300 gas card, and commercial money. That's it. You can pay Nina Dobrev a nice $3 million. That's a good paycheck for her. In Hollywood, she doesn't make that. She made like I don't know what $900,000, $700 for Vampire Diaries, and she probably makes her $500,000 for independent movies, $400,000 for independent movies. As I'm giving Nina Dobrev a good deal, obviously. But I told you, I'm not going to choose Nina Dobrev because I want to give other women in Hollywood opportunities. Not just about these. Hence why I'm reluctant to choose actors. The only actors who I have like really chosen are the Zane's actors. Zane's unique story was a Great Escape. I'm just throwing names out there. You know what I'm saying? But there's a high chance Keanu Reeves, Scarlett Johansson, and Ben Affleck are the three chosen guys. Because I can't picture anyone better for the role than those guys for that movie. You see what I'm saying? And Paul Bettany is perfect for the movie. He has that mysterious look. And my God, Javier Bardem destroyed the role in Country Road Man. He's perfect for the hitman. You can have him be a creepy hitman in the movie. He'll be a bit older, obviously, but he's perfect for the hitman, man. He's a badass hitman, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Javier Bardem for the movie, yeah. But if Nina Dobrev is chosen, she doesn't get squat for the royalties. She's going to try and get a piece of royalties. Like, Nina, you're a base actor. I'm not going to give you a piece of the royalties. Well, you're paying John Krasinski $13 million. You're paying him way more than me, and you're giving him 0.02%. Yeah, Nina, you're not an ace actor. You're not him. You're not as big as John Krasinski. Hence why I'm not paying you as much as him. And hence why I'm not giving you a piece of the royalties. You're not worth it. That's $3 million is good enough. You're walking away with, I don't know, a $1.4 million check in your bank after taxes, your agent and rates. As in Hollywood, for Vampire Diaries, you made your $500,000 after taxes with your $800,000 salary. I'm giving you a good deal. And I'm giving you a $2,000 royalty check. A $2,000 gift card, a $3,000 guy. It's a good deal. That's a good deal, you see what I'm saying? If Dylan O'Brien is chosen for what? For the Great Escape, I'll pay him a rich salary. I'll pay him his nice, I don't know, I'll pay him his nice $7 million to keep him happy. If Daisy Ridley's chosen, I'll pay her a nice $7 million, but she doesn't get squat for the royalties, and she doesn't get what? She doesn't get she doesn't get a squat for the royalties at all. You see what I'm saying? And Daisy Ridley's good for the Great Escape because she has that beautiful British accent. You know what I'm saying? That's why she's really good for a secret agent. I can picture her as a secret agent, Daisy Ridley. You can have her be have her be one of the couples, one of the major couples. You pay her nice. I can pay her the same amount of money as Dylan O'Brien. Pay her $7 million. Pay Dylan O'Brien $7 million. It's funny because Nina Dobrev is actually worth more than Dylan O'Brien and Daisy Ridley. But yet, when you look at her career, she's not as successful as those guys. As Dylan O'Brien is a rising star, Nina Dobrev is not a rising star. She's a B.S. actor. You see what I'm saying? Someone's upstairs. I'm hearing some noise. Yeah, Nina Dobrev is not just because an actor's worth more doesn't necessarily mean you have to pay them more. You also have to base their payments on their status. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. And you may be worth more than Dylan O'Brien, but Dylan O'Brien got his own franchise, Maze Runner. He was in Pacific Rim. He's landing roles with bigger actors. Well, I don't see you landing any roles with bigger actors. That's why, in my opinion, he's worth more than you for the movie. Because he's a rising star and you're a B.S. actor. As Nina Dobrev has not done any big budget movies after what? Since Vampire Diaries. She did Triple X, but she was a minor role. She wasn't a major character. Whereas Dylan O'Brien got his own Maze Runner franchise, and he was also a pretty major character in Deepwater Horizon with Mark Wahlberg. He was in The Internship, a pretty major role. Yeah, you're not him, Nina Dobrev. Yeah, but I'm worth more than him. Yeah, you're worth more than him. You know what I'm saying? But you're a B.S. actor, Nina Dobrev. You're not worth as much as Dylan O'Brien. You know what I'm saying? And Daisy really did Star Wars, and she has value. She did Star Wars. She did that. She was a major role in that train movie with she landed a major role with Johnny Depp. Yes. Whereas Nina Dobrev was not landing shit. She's doing independent movies. Yeah, but I've not. She did Triple X. Yeah, she did Triple X, but she was a minor role. As B.S. actors, I told you, B.S. actors, don't hate me, guys. If you're a B.S. actor, kid, this is how it works in Hollywood. This is from what I've seen. This is a trend that I see all the time. All the biggest actors who I see in these successful television shows, every time I see them in a big budget movie, they always land minor roles in movies. Because they're not signed with the best agents. The A-list actors dominate the markets. Don't hate me, actors. At the same time, the B-list actors are not iconic for the big screen. They lack star power, hence why what? It's very tough for them to land big budget movies. At the same time, a lot of them can't sell their movies well, as most of the movies are flops. Most of the independent movies they make are all flops. Yeah, they're not iconic for film. They're iconic for television, but they're not good for film. Hence why the Hollywood studios constantly reject them. Don't hate me, Hollywood actors. Whereas the A-list actors are the ones who can deliver, obviously. They still have quite a bit of flops, obviously, but they're able to deliver and make profits to companies. Like Tom Cruise, you see what I'm saying? He did Top Gun. Top Gun did $1 billion. Remember how I mentioned how Tom Cruise is another... Tom Cruise is another example of an iconic... not as skilled, but very iconic. He's a pretty skilled actor, but he's not as good as guys like Will Smith and you know what I'm saying? Tom Cruise is not as skilled as Will Smith, Tom Hanks, Denzel Washington, Samuel Jackson. He's a good actor. He's an amazing actor, obviously, but Tom Cruise is more known for his iconic presence on the screen. And the guy can sell his movies. He's like a Dwayne Johnson. He can sell his movies, man. As all his Mission Impossible movies gross like $600, $700 million, $800 million. It's been going on. Mission Impossible has been going on for 20 plus years. It's very successful, obviously. At the same time, his Top Gun movie did $1 billion. Yeah, Tom Cruise is a very iconic actor. He's like a Dwayne Johnson and Vin Diesel. As Dwayne Johnson is very iconic too. You look at all his movies; they're all smash hits, man. Almost doing $1 billion. Yeah, wow. His Fast and Furious movies did $1 billion. He almost did $1 billion for Jumanji. He did $700 million for Jumanji 2. His movies are all massive hits, obviously. Yes, A-list actors have flops and sleepers, and some of their movies break even. They lose money, obviously. My point is, they're the ones who could deliver. They can make profits for the companies. Hence why when they're very iconic, they have a presence on the screen. They have a lot of star power. Hence why they're worth the dough. Whereas what? The biggest actors, nobody cares about them. Don't hate me, guys. When you see a biggest actor in a movie, nobody cares because they lack star power. Hence why they're not worth as much money, man. You see what I'm saying? Hence why if Nina Dobrev was in my movie, for my Gracie movie, I'm not going to pay her any more than $3 million. Who knows? Zoe King, you can have her be in the Gracie movie too if you want. You can have her be one of the couples. She's a biggest actor. You can pay her a nice $2.8 million for the role. It's good for her. Zoe King for the Gracie movie. There's a lot of good cats. You have Nina Dobrev, you have Zoe King, you have Daisy Ridley. She's good too for the Gracie movie. You know what I'm saying? You have what? Yeah. For the biggest actors, for the couples, you have Stephen Amell. I can picture Stephen Amell as a secret agent for the Gracie movie. He's pretty good for the movie too. Pay him his $3 million for the role. He doesn't get a piece of the profits. He doesn't get, because the biggest actor. You can pay Stephen Amell his $3 million. A good paycheck. As for Arrow, he didn't make that. He made like his $700,000 for Arrow. You know what I'm saying? I'm paying him Winger money what Hollywood pays him. Pay Stephen Amell his nice $3 million. That's a good paycheck for him. Honestly, I don't know who I'm going to choose. I don't want to choose actors, guys, because I want to give all you actors in Hollywood an opportunity to be cast. That way you guys, that's why I don't, that's why, I mentioned Nina Dobrev, Daisy Ridley, and Henry Cavill, and all them, but chances are they're not going to be chosen because I want to give these actors an Hollywood opportunity. It's not fair if I choose all the actors, and all these Hollywood actors send the reels, and it's not fair. Yeah, hence why I'm not going to choose actors. The only actors I have chosen for the Great Escape movie are Paul Bettany and Javier Bardem. And high chance Keanu Reeves, Scarlett Johansson, and Ben Affleck are the three chosen ones. And the high chance John Krasinski's chosen too, because I think he's perfect for that movie. I'm going to give all the other remaining couples. So all the other remaining 5 major roles for my Great Escape movie, I will have you guys send in your reels, and whoever's good for the part will be chosen. Whoever's not will be left behind. You're not going to be saved. You're going to go back. You're going to be in Hollywood. Don't hate me. Eating that shittier food, working in that shittier budget, and making less money. And what? You get what you deserve. You're not going to be saved, man. Why do you keep saying that? See what I'm saying? You're not going to be saved. Obviously. Yeah, man. Look at something crazy for the Great Escape movie. All the Hollywood actors, the A-list actors from all ranks, the B-list actors are all going to be sending in their reels, man. Look at something crazy, man. Because they'd rather work for me than work in Hollywood. You know, Ivan's company pays way more than what Hollywood can offer me. Because he's giving all the bigger A-list actors a piece of the profits. And he's giving all the A-list ranks from all levels a piece of the profits. They're all going to make their nice $4, $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10 million in profits. They're nice 25, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, $100 million in profits. $10 million in profits, the bigger one, the A-list actors are going to make. Yeah, man. They'd rather work for me than work in Hollywood because my company blows Hollywood out of the water. Yeah, man. My company will blow Hollywood out of the water, guys. Blow it out of the water, guys. Blow it out of the water. It will blow it out, man. Yeah, man. Hence why, you know what I'm saying? But going back to the Hidden Valley movie, I'm not gonna have Will Smith, Mark Wahlberg, and Natalie Portman be in my Hidden Valley movie and hire like Chris Hemsworth, put another $100 million and hire Chris Hemsworth and what? Chris Hemsworth and Dwayne Johnson. No, because if I do that, I have to put an extra like $190 million towards the movie. I don't feel like making the movie for $100 million. You're just wasting money. We have to be strict. We have to have a cap. We have to be strict with our budget. Okay, VJ, we're gonna put $300 million towards salaries. That's it. I'm not putting any more money into the movie to pay Dwayne Johnson or Chris Hemsworth more money. At the same time, if I have 5 bigger A-listers, obviously they're gonna be I won't have enough cap room to give all of them a piece of royalties. I'm not going any higher than 1% for the royalties, guys. Well, Ivan, you can go a bit over 1%. Look, man, I'm not going any higher than 1%. I don't mind going, I don't know, 0.5%. I don't mind maybe taking home 59.9. For Zayas, I'm going to take home like 59.3 or something like that, 59.4. Because I'm going to give all the major stars a piece of the royalties as well as my 17. So I might take home maybe 59. Me and VJ might take home maybe 59.2%. And for the merch for all my movies, I'm taking home 59.009% of the pie. Because I'm giving all the bigger ones 1.5 and all the actors $2,000. We're still making our 60% technically, obviously, right? Yeah. If I have 5 actors, if I have Dwayne Johnson and Chris Hemsworth, I'm gonna have to put an extra like $90 million towards the movie. To pay Dwayne Johnson his 50 and to pay Chris Hemsworth his like $40 million. At the same time, to keep those guys, if I hire those guys if they find they're gonna want a piece of the royalties, their agents are gonna try and get a piece of the royalties. They're gonna ask for a piece of the royalties, obviously. Yeah, you're paying Will Smith his 0.3. You're paying Mark Wahlberg his 0.1. You're paying Natalie Portman his 0.1. We want a piece of that. I'm like, guys, I'm only taking 1% of my money for the share. I'm not gonna go over 1%. Go over 1% just to pay you guys. Really, hence why I can't have five bigger Ace movie. I can't afford it, man. I could afford it, obviously, but I'm not gonna. I don't feel like putting more money into the movie, man. $670 million is more than enough towards the him value movie. I don't want to waste money. I'm not gonna put like 800 million. I told you after Zanus, I am never going that high ever again. I'm never going over. I am never going over like 670 million for my movie, man. 650, 660, 670 will be my average budget for my movies. I'm not going any higher than that. Me and VJ have to be smarter than money. I don't want to be stupid. Yeah, but you'll make your tens of millions. Yeah, I'll make tens of millions, but you have, even if I'm gonna make a lot of money, you have to be smart, man. Don't be stupid and put like an extra $100 million just to pay two people their salary. No, I'm not gonna do that. Three big A's is good enough for the him Van movie, obviously. And I don't feel like writing more dialogue for more characters. Because if you have too many characters, it'll become more difficult with your dialogue, obviously. Well, it's not difficult. Zanus has 40 characters, and all the characters have a good chunk of scenes. Because I know how to tell a good story, obviously. But I don't feel like writing dialogue for fucking what? For fucking, I don't know, for fucking five big AS actors. No, man. Three big AS actors and like four small AS actors, five AS actors is good enough. That's enough. For all my movies on average, I'm going to have a good like 10 major characters around there. So, yeah. So what I'll do for the him Batman movie, I might have Chris Hemsworth and what? And Mark Wahlberg. I might choose my top five guys, and I'll have Chris Hemsworth and Mark Wahlberg be my top two guys, obviously. And I'm gonna have my 17 looking more real to give the AS actors an opportunity, obviously. And the ones who are the best for the job, I'll have those five fight for the role. You can have Chris Hemsworth, Mark Wahlberg, and the other three guys fight for the role, obviously. And then you can have Dwayne Johnson, Will Smith, and another three. You also have Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington is also good for the Captain on the Boat, too. You can have him compete with Will Smith. He's perfect in that movie, too. Yeah, Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington, I'll pay him his... He's not worth as much as Will Smith. He's worth like $250 million. Denzel Washington, I can pay him like $45 million for the role. That's good enough for him. He's not as big as Will Smith. I'll pay him $45 million. You pay him $20 million bonus. You can pay him his $25 million salary, Denzel Washington, for the role. I can have Dwayne Johnson, Will Smith, Denzel Washington, Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is also perfect for the cap. Tom Hanks is good for the Captain on the Boat, but he's not really good for a survival movie. You see what I'm saying? Because he doesn't really have that survival look. Well, he did Cast Away, so he's good for the movie too. But he'll be older by then. Like Tom Hanks will be like 80 by then. He'll be 80, but 80 years old, he's still pretty strong. He'll be good. He'll be fine. 80 years old, he's fine. You can have Tom Hanks, Will Smith, Denzel Washington, and even Samuel Jackson compete for the job if you want. No, Samuel Jackson will be way too old, man. He'll be like 87. No, I can't have him in that movie. But you can have Will Smith. You can have Will Smith, Dwayne Johnson, Denzel Washington, Tom Hanks. Obviously, who else? I want the Captain on the Boat to be old, to be a bit older, to be at least in his 50s, 60s. Because Dwayne Johnson will be in his 60s. He'll be almost 70 years old, Dwayne Johnson. He'll be like 66, Dwayne Johnson. So he's good for the Captain on the Boat. Will Smith will be 70. Denzel Washington will be what? Like in his late 70s. Will be about Denzel Washington will be like 78 by then, 79. So he's perfect for the Captain on the Boat. And Tom Hanks will be like 80. 80. Tom Hanks is what? 66 right now? Yeah, he'll be like 80 years old by the time I do him Batman movie, Tom Hanks. 80 years old, you're still pretty good. He'll be pretty good. Obviously, you can have Tom Hanks, you can have Will Smith, obviously, you can have Denzel Washington, Dwayne Johnson. I can have five guys fight for the role. Who else is good for the job? I'm thinking here. What big A is good for the job for that captain role? I am thinking here, guys. Who is good for the job? I'm trying to think here in Hollywood. Who else? I'm thinking those four. You can have Tom Hanks, Denzel Washington, Will Smith, Dwayne Johnson compete for the job. Okay, I want you guys reading the script, and whoever reads the script, that's the actor I'll be choosing. But something tells me I'm gonna end up choosing Will Smith, man, because I think Will Smith is the best for the job, obviously. Because even though Tom Hanks is really good for the job, he'll be really old, man. He'll be like 80, man, 81. But 81 years old, you're still pretty good. You're still pretty strong. He'll be fine, obviously. But he'll be a lot older, obviously. And Denzel Washington will be like 77 around there, Denzel Washington. But Denzel Washington's also... Something tells me I might either choose Dwayne Johnson, Will Smith, or Denzel Washington. Or even Tom Hanks, perhaps. You never know. Tom Hanks, I'll pay him his $50 million for the captain on the boat. He also did that Captain Submarine movie. Captain Phillips. Yeah, he did. That's why he's really, really good for the captain on the boat. Yeah, man. Tom Hanks is really good for that movie, man. I'll pay him 50 million bucks. 53. I can pay him the same amount of money as Will Smith. He's big. Pay him 53. I'll pay him his $30 million salary, $20 million bonus. And I'll give him a $10 million signing bonus. I'll give him a 0.3% of the profits, Tom Hanks. For the movie, you can do that for him. So let's get a paycheck for him. And Denzel Washington, I'll pay him 45. He's not as big as Will Smith. He's only worth like $250 million. Pay him $45 million, Denzel Washington. $20 million signing bonus. $25 million salary. You can give him 0.2% of the profits. I won't give as much as Will Smith. He's not as big as Will Smith. I'll give him 0.2%. It's good for him. It's a nice like $60 million for him around there. $50 million. It's a good paycheck for him. 50, 60, $70 million. It's a good paycheck for him. Obviously, and I'll have Chris Hemsworth compete with Mark Wahlberg. You're going to see how hard Mark Wahlberg and Chris Hemsworth are going to compete for that job, man. Yeah, man. Because they want that job so bad. Yeah, man. Because my company's burning Hollywood. They know they're going to make more money than what they make in Hollywood on average, obviously. And they know they're going to get their freedom. I'm going to pay them their tens of millions in free cash. Whereas in Hollywood, they're not going to pay you millions in free cash. You have to do it. You have to be a dirty slave to do it. Even when you're married in your relationship, you still have to do it. It's fucked up, Hollywood, obviously. You see what I'm saying, huh? It's fucked up, yeah, man. It's really, really fucked up. Yeah, man. Yeah, so I'll have Chris Hemsworth and Mark Wahlberg fight for the job. So how it'll work for Chris Hemsworth? I will look at his net worth. Okay, if 15, 16 years from now, if Chris Hemsworth is only worth like, I don't know, if he's only worth like $190 million, I'll pay him like his $38 million, Chris Hemsworth. $37 million. I'll pay him his $14.9 mil bonus and his $22 million salary. That's what, 37 or 38 million? How much is it? I'll pay him 37. That's good enough for him. As he only made 20 million for fucking Thor: Love and Thunder. So I'm giving him a good deal. I'll pay him his $14 million signing bonus and his $22 million salary if he's worth 14.9 million and $22 million salary. If he's worth like 190, 180 million in 16 years from now. If he's worth 200 million plus, I'll pay him like his 39, 40 million. Chris Hemsworth, 39, 40. I can pay him 40 even. I'll pay him 39. Chris Hemsworth, if he's worth like $200 million. If he's worth like 220, I can pay him a bit more. Pay him 39 million for the role. It's a nice deal for him. You pay him his what? You pay him his what? His $23 million salary. And his 15. You can pay him 30. You can pay him 40. If he's worth $200 million, you can pay him 40, Chris Hemsworth. A $16 million sign bonus and a $23 million salary you can pay Chris Hemsworth. And Mark Wahlberg will most likely be worth like, I don't know, 180 in 16 years from now. So you pay him his $36 million. That's good for Mark Wahlberg. As he only made $17 million for Transformers. And so I'm paying him double what he made for Transformers. That's a good paycheck for him. And you give them bonuses after filming is completed. That's a good paycheck. So Chris Hemsworth, if he's worth like 180 in 16 years from now, I'll pay him $7 million. And I'll pay him like a $7 million bonus after post filming bonus, and then Mark Wahlberg I'll pay him like $5 million. if he's worth like if he's still worth like 179. Because Mark Wahlberg's not as big as Chris Hemsworth, right? Pay him 5. Pay him a bit less. 5 million. You gotta watch for your budget, man. Pay Mark Wahlberg 5. That's good for him. See, Natalie Portman, I'll pay her a nice $4 million bonus after Fury's completed. And I'll pay her a nice $34 million salary. That's a good paycheck for Natalie Portman. That's a good paycheck for her. As what? As in Hollywood, she makes what? Like, I don't know, $8 million, $7 million for her movies. I'm paying Natalie Portman fucking what? $34 million. That's a good paycheck for her. And I'll give her 0.1% of the profits. And she'll make a nice, I don't know, $25 million, $30 million in royalties, Natalie Portman. With her $34 million salary. It's a good deal for her. Obviously. And she'll accept my deal. Ivan, it's a deal. Thank you so much, Ivan. You're very kind, Ivan. Some of the actors, Ivan, thank you so much. You're very generous. You're giving us a piece of the profits. Yes, because I know me and Vij are gonna make our 40, 50, 60 billion dollars off the movies in the merge. That's why I'm nice enough to give the actors a piece of the pie. Even though Natalie Portman and Chris Hemsworth or Mark Wahlberg and Will Smith or Denzel Washington, Tom Hanks and all them are gonna strike it rich from my movie, obviously. It's still pocket change compared to how much me and Vij are making, you know what I'm saying? So even if Will Smith makes his $63 million and his $100 million in royalties, $80 million in royalties, it's nothing compared to how much me and VJ makes, you know what I'm saying? We still made way more money than how much Will Smith makes, you know what I'm saying? But something tells me I'm going to choose Will Smith, man. Because Will Smith is going to build buzz for my Hidden Valley movie, man. He's going to build... Denzel Washington will build buzz. Tom Hanks will build buzz. You know what I'm saying? Dwayne Johnson will buzz, but they're not going to build the kind of buzz Will Smith will build, man. Will Smith builds buzz for his movies, man. That's why the guy can sell his movies very well. As you look at Will Smith's movies, they're also all hits too. He doesn't sell his movies on the same level as Dwayne Johnson, but Will Smith is Will Smith, man. He creates buzz, man. That's why he's worth a nice like 0.3% of the profits. Well, he's not worth... In reality, the actors are not worth my royalties, obviously, but I'm generous enough to give them a nice 1% of my money, obviously. So in that sense, he's worth a nice 0.3% of my royalties. Will Smith, because he's going to build a lot of buzz for my movie. But even then, me and Vij are the main show, and we're making way more money than how much he's making. That's why they're not worth any more than what? Taking more than 1% of the pie, the actors. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, man. And because I'm paying these actors a lot of money and I'm giving them a nice piece of profits, they're going to work even harder than what they even do in Hollywood. And I gave them because I gave Will Smith or Denzel Washington, Dwayne Johnson their freedom, and I'm spoiling them with a nice buffet every day, a nice feast, all you can eat hamburger sliders, you know what I'm saying? Pizza, poutine every day, the nice salad, the nice fried rice and teriyaki wings. They're going to work harder for me, man. I'm giving them 3 beers once a week. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving them all you can drink soft drinks, all you can drink fucking milkshake. They're gonna work harder for me, man. Yeah, man. But Dwayne Johnson will also build buzz too for my Hidden Vat movie. You see what I'm saying? Because Dwayne Johnson's very iconic. He's very, very iconic. There's a reason why he can sell his movies well. Dwayne Johnson's a very, very iconic actor. Vin Diesel's also good for the Captain on the boat. You can have him be the Captain on the boat too. Vin Diesel, I'd pay him like $44 million for it. He's worth like $250 million. I'd pay him $44 million. You could have Vin Diesel compete too. I can picture Vin Diesel as a captain on the boat too. But Vin Diesel, he's what? His acting is what? He's not Will Smith. You see what I'm saying? But Vin Diesel is also good for the movie too. You can have him. I can picture him if he's surviving on the island. You see what I'm saying? Dwayne Johnson's really good. Dwayne Johnson's really good for the Hidden Vat movie because he did Jumanji. He did The Rundown. He did all these movies. You see what I'm saying? That's why he's really, really good for that. And Will Smith, what? But Tom Hanks is really good for the Captain because he did Captain Phillips. Remember that movie, Captain Phillips? He did back in 2013. He did that movie. Yeah, he was a captain on the boat. And the Somalians captured him and all that stuff. It's based on a true story, right? Yeah, he's really, really good for that movie, obviously. My only concern with him is his age. He'll be like 80 years old. But 80 years old, you're still pretty good. Obviously. 75, 76, 77 is not bad. But the moment you hit 80, you're now pushing it, man. You're getting really old. But Tom Hanks should be pretty good for the... Yeah, Ivan, I'm fine, you know what I'm saying? I'm fine. I'm good. I'm fine, Ivan. I'm fine for the movie, you know what I'm saying? But I might choose Tom Hanks, you never know. Denzel Washington's really good for the Hidden Vat movie, too. Yeah, man. But I'm going to make a prediction. Chances are Something tells me the three big A-list actors for the Him That movie are going to be Will Smith, Natalie Portman. I might have maybe Kate Beckinsale compete with Natalie Portman too. I can have woman compete with Natalie Portman too. Hey Natalie Portman, I'm not just gonna give you the job. I might have you compete for the role, man. Hey Natalie Portman, I think you're the best for the job, but I'm gonna have you compete with other women. I can have Kate Beckinsale compete for the job. You know what I'm saying? You can have Kate Beckinsale. You can have Angelina Jolie be in the movie too. She's good too for the couples, obviously. You can have all those actors compete with Natalie Portman for the job. Yeah, man. If Angelina Jolie was in my movie, I'd pay her like she's big. She's big. I'd pay her like $39 million now. Angelina Jolie. That's a good paycheck for her. I'd pay her a Scarlett Johansson salary because she's worth like $150 million. I'd pay her like her nice. I don't know one. I don't know. I'd pay her a nice. I don't know her nice $15 million signing bonus. 50.9 signing bonus. Her a nice $23 million salary. That's a good paycheck for her. For Angelina Jolie. That's a good paycheck for her. She's good for the Him That movie. You can have her be one of the couples. I might have Natalie Portman compete with her. You can do that, obviously. Have Natalie Portman compete with Angelina Jolie, Kate Beckinsale. And I'm saying Kate Beckinsale's cheaper, but Kate Beckinsale's a smaller A-list woman actor, so she's kind of out of this. I want one big woman actor for that movie, obviously. And Angelina Jolie, I give her 0.1% of profits too, if she were chosen for my Him That movie. I don't know who I'm going to choose. You guys can send your reels, obviously. But a high chance I'm going to choose Natalie Portman, Will Smith, and either Mark Wahlberg. I don't know. I haven't really made. I don't. Mark Wahlberg and Chris Hemsworth is tough, man. Because Chris Hemsworth is really, really good for that hidden vampire movie, man. I can pitch. He's a muscle guy. He's really, really good for that Him That movie. You see what I'm saying? You can have him be Natalie Portman's husband. You can have a Thor reunion going on. Hayden Christensen's good for that movie too. Obviously, I pay him as $9 million. I give him 0.01% of the profits. That's good for him. And Tom Holland's also good too. Pay him as $11.8 million, and give him a nice 0.02% of the profits. And then Tom Hiddleston's good too. He can pay him his $15 million. He'll most likely be worth, I don't know, 55, 60 million by then. He's a small A, so pay him $15 million. That's good for him. You have a Thor reunion going on, obviously, and you give him a nice like 0.3% of the profits. He makes his nice $10 million. He'll make his nice $25 million for the movie. So he's making a lot of money, but it's nothing compared to how much I'm paying guys like Chris Hemsworth, Mark Wahlberg, and all them. See what I'm saying? Obviously. So even though the small A actors are going to make a lot of money from my movie, obviously, it's nothing compared to how much the bigger ones are making. As the bigger ones are making their tens of millions, or 30, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, $100 million they're making. They're making a lot of money. So my kind of here.